0 degrees right now. So I know I'm only going to go for a very short little talk because, well, I don't want my car to freak out. Or I don't want to freak out. Let me get a swag of water. I also want to make this about carnivore. Some people have this thought that you get like thin on carnivore, and I'm like, she's talking about Willis? Like that's the goal. It's not the goal. All right, let's talk about this fasting why. Some people can get thin and most don't. But let's talk about the mechanisms of getting thin and mechanisms of getting fat. So let's talk about the thin side. Now, what's up, Hope to the Max? The reason why somebody would actually get thin fasting is because, well, they've got a high metabolism. That's one reason. And when you're not eating enough food, the body's starting to just burn itself, which happens with most people. The body begins to eat itself. You drop weight on the scale. You don't really drop a lot of body fat doing this. Oh, you're in Texas. I don't know where that is. Cibolo? Some people will begin to drop weight because they're just simply, their insulin drops for the short term. Insulin drops, blood sugar drops, they're not storing fat. Oh, you're near San Antonio? Okay. Oh, that's near San Antonio. Gotcha. Then it's hot as shite here and it's gross. I can't. I told myself last summer I would not make it another summer here. And here I am. Okay. With that said, now this happens with some people, and people the idea of like losing weight, they're actually losing a lot of muscle. The body will go into gluconeogenesis to raise the blood sugar, because when you're fasting, there's no food coming in, there's no gasoline to run the car, because food is energy. People forget that. They think it's so bad. Food is amazing. It's energy and it's tools to fix the car. So people will go and drop weight, and then they don't understand that they're dropping water weight because they're not eating a bunch of carbohydrates. So, and then their electrolytes tank because they're not getting electrolytes throughout the day, and they're peeing out water in those hours they're not eating, those extended fasts and fasting all day long or eating one meal a day. And they drop a bunch of water, and then they go step on a scale and they go like, oh my god, it's working, it's fabulous, oh my god, great. They don't realize that they're actually just burning through muscle. Now this is what people like. Why do some people get thin? Now some people have an easy reaction to dropping their insulin. It doesn't last forever, people. So they lose muscle, and they actually might lose a little bit of fat, some of these people who fast. Now some people, 3.5 sticks of butter a day, too much, I can eat tallow or lard or beef fat. No, plum, not. You're lucky your gallbladder's working. Let me see, I think in a stick of butter there's over 100 grams. Are you eating over 300 grams of fat, question mark? Now, this is why some people get thin. I have not had a client that has regulated their insulin or their blood glucose, especially their A1C, for the long term fasting. I've only seen the inverse, which is blood sugar spiking. Okay, cool. That's that. I'm just responding to somebody's commentary. Now, most people start gaining weight fasting, and it's pretty much the opposite of what makes people thin. Oh, hyperthyroidism is another reason why people get thin fasting. I have not had a client to date fast, and I've had hundreds who have fasted, who have lost weight, who have lost fat weight, not muscle weight, and have not compromised their thyroid or their adrenal system. That is a rare bird. Now, I've never seen it. Must be a ghost. So let's go into why people gain weight fasting, because I have that happen. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I had a client where she fasted and fasted and fasted and fasted, lost weight in the beginning, right? Dropped her insulin, dropped the water, and then the body said, okay, I'm done. We're not doing that again because my immune system tanked, and now I'm going to hold on to the fat like nobody's business. Thank you, Mateo Rodriguez. Okay, so the reason why people will gain weight from not eating so often is because the opposite. Their insulin actually begins to become resistant over time because the body is having to go into the body factory and eat protein to get the blood sugar back up, right? Because your glycogen storages have been depleted. And so the body will begin to eat itself, which then makes your blood sugar spike really, really high, really high. And now you've got diabetic high blood sugar and you haven't eaten for hours. People don't understand this. Like, but I'm making ketones. I'm like, but you're also making glucose. Like, glucose will always win over ketones. If the blood sugar is high, it goes to the ketones. They're either not viable and you piss them out, or you don't make that much, many or much in ketones. So the reason why people get fat is because now their blood sugar is spiking fasting. Now let's go over another reason why people get fat fasting. Well, because the thyroid hormone drops. I know, Lori, the thyroid. This happens to so many women and men, but mostly women. So the thyroid hormone T3 begins to go. All of a sudden, I mean, when you do eat fasting or eating one meal a day, you're blowing up. You're like, why am I getting bigger and I'm not eating as often? Thank you, Courtney Tyree Jones. Thank you for donating to Super Chat. So people don't understand that their thyroid is largely affected by fasting because all these people lie online and like, oh my God, I'm so fabulous, and they don't tell you the truth. Or it's men talking about how their bodies are, not factoring in women who've already dealing with adrenal issues. And then there's eat more. Eat more throughout the day. Now the problem is that people develop eating disorders fasting, either anorexia or they develop compulsive eating. Because you're not eating, people are starting to wake up in the middle of the night hungry, eating. They eat a lot of food. Now here's this one meal a day. People are eating so much food in that one meal that when I do my consultations, I'm like, yo, break up that massive food that you just ate and spread it out throughout the day. People are like, oh, but I want to spare my digestive system. I'm like, right. With that 12 ounces of beef that you just ate, or that pound of beef, wow, your digestive tract is real happy right now. So it's really, really, really important to split that up so you can actually digest that food. I know, no OMAD, it's so bad. But, you get these OMAD freakazoid, gurus who just go, it's so fabulous and it's so wonderful. And you guys know I'm in my 50s, never fasted, still lean, still mean, still Stephanie the machine, without having to fast, people. You have to factor your hormones instead of trying to cheat your body through not eating. And people develop serious mental issues thinking that eating food is bad. Now I'm going to hit some of your guys' questions. Or in the car, but what LOL, but you know what I mean. I missed the fill. Way, hey, Steph is in the house. Steph is in the house, Steph is in the car, Steph is in the hizzy. Actually, I have a course page. I was going to talk about high uric acid today, and I was like, nah, my last stream was about high protein. So, I'll talk about high uric acid another day, which is a problem for people who are doing carnivore and high protein keto, and then they fast on top of that. I mean, you can't make up this stuff where people just damage themselves because some guru said, oh, they're fabulous. Or this expert said this. Okay. So Mateo says, just have to say you're so awesome. Love your videos and knowledge. Thank you, Mateo, for that. I lost a lot of weight, improved blood sugar within intermittent fasting, but have developed gallbladder and other issues. Oh, that's another problem, fasting. Your videos have helped me learn that connection that connection, so I stopped. Yes. You improve your blood sugar, but Jeremy, over time it would inverse. So that's the problem when people start to just become addicted to it. And the reason why people develop problems with their gallbladder is because they're not using the gallbladder while doing these long hours of not eating. So it backs up with cholesterol and it starts to form stones and sludge and all kind of nastiness. Ooh, I agree. I don't fast on purpose, but just not hungry and eat in the evening. Not a good idea, Angela. A lot of people are not eating because they've got a lot of cortisol. Yeah, you got to address that. Makes your blood sugar unstable when you don't eat those many hours. And I've gained weight. I feel like crap. Why am I going? When am I? What? Why I'm going to hire you soon? Why? I guess. And then exclamation point. I'm going to hire you soon. Like up the chat, people. So let's talk about histamine intolerance in another video. Okay, I'll do that next video. I've done it a few times, but I'll talk about it real quick. People develop histamine intolerance because they've had antibiotics, because they've been in the arm, because they have amalgam fillings, birth control pills, cleaning materials. They have been eating high carbs, which creates high blood sugar, which damages cells through ages, advanced glycation end product. People do a lot of things that, because they eat wheat and grains and nuts and seeds, and it opens up, and drink coffee, and it opens up the gut wall, and now the body begins to attack itself by swelling up, and a lot of histamine is released, and when the body's trying to heal itself. Now people have lost their stomach acid. People also drink alcohol. Their stomach acid drops, they become hypochlorhydric, and then the gut wall can't heal, and they're stressed out. So those are the reasons why people develop histamine intolerance. But I can talk about it more and how you could use carnivore or keto to try to heal the gut wall. But don't fast while doing those diets, because you're already sort of fasting by cutting out the carbs doing carnivore or keto. I feel my phone all super hot. Whew. Let me get some water, y'all. And I hope that makes sense. I don't fast. I don't need to fast. I graze all day long. It's friggin' amazing. I feel amazing. And when you do keto or carnivore, you lose your electrolytes so easily. Yo, fasting is a bad idea. Right? Ripe avocados and salt are fantastic if you do not have a latex allergy. They are fantastic. My body is so fried from being outside in this heat. I was walking Lulu, Luca, and not Thunder. Thunder could just fall. So all three of us were walking around the property, and the heat was getting hotter and hotter and hotter. And I had to ride Thunder, and then I was like working with Thunder, and then I was working with Lulu and working with Luca, and it just fried. And then I went to the gym. And I was like, dude, I'm fried. And then I just feel like the windows are like burning hot. So I just wanted to go live real quick, you guys, and really encourage you not to fast, to not eat too much protein, to eat enough fat, to go to sleep earlier. And I think I need to talk about, I think the benefits of fasting, that is, you just listen to people. There's no such thing as reset the body. We're not computers. No, you don't reset the body. It's nonsense. And if you've seen all my fasting videos, when will you know if Lou's pregnant? I need to get a vet out. I need to call one. I'll call one tomorrow. They gotta have Coggins test to travel anyways. I gotta get a vet out. My practitioner is asking me to fast for 36 hours once a week. Your practitioner is an idiot, Melanie. I gotta talk to you as well. States of elevated leptin. That's not the elevated leptin is not fasting is not going to help your leptin. In fact, I believe that fasting for 36 hours is going to make you more leptin resistant. And I must increase my protein intake to lower my leptin. That is not true. And this person doesn't know what they're talking about. How can I increase the leptin levels without increasing protein intake? Ketosis. Melanie, we need to go live on my, you guys have a course page. I need to go live with you again and talk about this because Melanie, she has like the best food ever. But sometimes you put in some things that I think maybe not be so good. No, you Jax, you know, not to be rude, but like, please don't give people advice on my channel. I will definitely I will definitely have to say no. Do not do that. You don't know this person. You trying to give advice. It's bad advice. And yeah, so people develop leptin resistance because they've been eating carbs and stressing and have thyroid issues. This Jax doesn't know what he's talking about. Be very careful not to listen to him. People don't understand cortisol, and I know Melanie because she's on my course page, and I know she just went through a bout of like her immune system crashed. So we need to talk about the stress on your body that's making your immune system crash. So if you DM me on Facebook, Melanie. What's up, Don? You know, people don't understand, like, first of all, leptin is typically becoming resistant because of having too high blood sugar. And why do we have too high blood sugar? Because we have coming from blood sugar and insulin damage. We come from stress. We come from sleeping bad. We come from not high quality food. Like, people don't understand all these factors. And then somebody's telling you to go fast on top of that. How ignorant is that? Is ignorant. And to do a 36-hour fast, it's embarrassing that a doctor would even tell you to do that when you have leptin resistance. Oh, just go fast for 36 hours. I don't know if you have hypoglycemia or a thyroid problem or adrenal issues. Just go fast and that'll fix your insulin. I mean, these people are idiots. It's embarrassing. Don't listen to that person, Melanie. There she just said, Jax, I fasted in the past and it wreaked havoc on my hormones, so it's not for me. Exactly. I think she was just stating what her doctor was telling her to do. But I think Melanie has other things going on. But definitely inbox me. They're legit. No, there's not legit. You can't say that. Medical doctors who recommend. Yes. No, don't look at Mr. Fungus. Look at him. He doesn't even look healthy. I watched him interview Ben Greenfield, the ultra marathoner, and he legit said kids wake up in the morning and they're not hungry. And Ben said, my kids wake me up at 5 a.m. because they're starving. This guy's a charlatan. He makes money. It's absolute nonsense. He does not contextualize people who've got thyroid problems, adrenal issues, hypoglycemia. He doesn't factor in any of that crap. Like, you know, people just make money. That's all people do. Papers, they put out books and they see how much they're making money. It's insane. These people who are making this much money, you go look at their books. They don't contextualize everybody. That part, these people look horrible. That's right. That is amazing, Joy. I have hope. Yeah, Dr. Fungus said, and when you go, this person said, that right there is a problem. You guys should even do it with me. Stephanie said, and then go out and learn it on your own. No, it's not for anybody, Jax. Sorry, normally you're cool, but now you're trying to give advice to people, and then you're black and white wrong. And can't say, oh, I'm sorry, Steph, I was wrong. I told her to do something that destroyed her body in the past. So then when you rephrase it, it's not for you, then it seems okay. Was doing OMAD for months, eating 2 pounds of meat, got weaker in the gym, and sleep was getting hit hard. Started eating 4 times a day with same exact food, and sleep is back and strength is back. Thank you, truth. Sorry, Jax. I know you've become addicted to fasting, and you think that you read somebody's book and they have the answer, but look at what real people are telling you. I think it's for some people. No, it's not for nobody. No, it's not for anybody to fast. We are people that live in the modern time. We have disease. We're constantly being shot up with stuff. People have got... Sorry, guys. People got amalgam fillings. People got candida overgrowth. People can't sleep. They're affected by all the electricity going around here. People have been eating grains their whole life. They've been having all these pesticides in their body. People have, and it's like, it gave me, Ali says it gave her acid reflux. So, just be careful when a guru or a doctor is telling you that something is great, because the real people are telling you that it's fracking them up. Okay? That's what real people are telling you. People try to sell you anything. Like, I love Dr. Berg. I think he's amazing, but he's telling everybody to eat 8 cups of vegetables. Some of my clients were eating 8 cups of vegetables laid out. Gut dysbiosis. Blocked iodine from getting into their thyroid. You just got to be careful what you hear. No, you jacks, fasting people who did not fast, you got to understand, today we have destroyed guts. You can't fast when your gut is destroyed. People have fasted in the past because of religious reasons. You're not doing that. People are fasting because they're obsessed with weight loss. People weren't sitting there going, I got a thyroid problem. I've got a gut dysbiosis. I've been taking, retin-A when I was a kid. Sorry, dude, your argument is weak. We aren't in the 5th century. Nobody has the gut that they had in the 5th century. No one has the gut that they had in the 5th century. We can't get magnesium. We have a hard time getting iodine in our diet. And you're telling people to fast? People's electrolytes are jacked. They weren't jacked before because our soils weren't over farmed. You can't come at me without me smashing any point you got to say. Now another person, Hope to the Max, says, you jacks, you're jacked up. You got to understand, like, the you jacks has come to my stream has been really, really nice in the past, but he's trying to argue what he's become obsessed with. And I say obsessed because why would you come at me when I'm just slamming you with facts? People are slamming you with facts. Facts. We don't have the guts that we had in the 15th century. Facts. We didn't have antibiotics in the 15th century. Facts. People weren't taking retin-A in the 15th century. Facts. Okay? Facts. They didn't have bills and jobs and all this garbage that's going on now. People weren't drinking coffee like they're doing now and taking freaking, caffeine pills and anything and 5-hour energy drinks that like explode a dysbiotic gut. Come on now. So sorry, you were wrong. They didn't do any of this stuff in the past. And our hunter-gatherers, none of them would fast on purpose. Okay? When we were having egalitarian societies in small little villages and people had their role and we didn't have hierarchies. Sorry, Accutane. I'm saying it wrong. Accutane. Thank you. Gut biomes actually lose important bacteria when you fast. Exactly. It's the same thing with the freaking coffee enema obsession that people develop these coffee enemas. I'm like, stop doing coffee enemas. You're destroying your gut. You are destroying your gut. Stop shooting caffeine up your ass. Don't do that. Don says, Steph, real quick, what type of potassium magnesium should I take? Magnesium glycinate if you don't react to it. Potassium citrate if you don't react to it. Otherwise, have an avocado. It's much better. Ghee or butter? I say butter. But if you react to butter, the proteins in the butter, then you'd have to do ghee. I'm going to do a quick stream, and then you jacks, who is a cool person. Don't get me wrong, you jacks. It's just like, if you're going to keep telling and you're trying to give advice to the people in the chat, oh my God, stop. No. Please don't. We did not fast as hunter-gatherers on purpose. People fasted for religious reasons once monotheism came around, okay? I'm not really a monotheist. I'm not an atheist, but I'm not a monotheist, all right? People don't fast. It's very rare that people who are Christians fast. Today, where I'm in a disgusting strip mall because they're trying to connect with their higher self. They're fasting because they want to lose weight. I think actually doing activities with other people where you touch them gives your gut biome new bacteria. Yeah, that too. Yeah. Being exposed to germs and nastiness will help your microbiome. The problem, you jacks, is that people are fasting today because they're obsessed with weight loss. Okay, you can't measure autophagy, and people are coming fasting who are destroyed in their energy, destroyed with their blood sugar, destroyed with their insulin, destroyed with their gut, destroyed with their hormones, their thyroid, their sex hormones. And I'm watching people's testosterone drop. Women become estrogen dominant. They drop progesterone. They lose their period. Like, they develop eating disorders, all because people are pushing these god awful books on fasting. I was praying today, and God is answering my prayers right now. Good, because we need that. We need a lot of prayer so all these freaking corrupt motherfuckers get out of this planet. I lost my muscles. Catherine, another person says, I lost muscle by intermittent fasting. Body has to go into gluconeogenesis to keep your blood sugar stable. Was it? I don't even want to say that name. Alcinuk says, you helped me quit fasting. It was just innately in my mind. I knew this was always a bad idea, right? Especially the intermittent fasting, and OMAD is just like, why are these people telling you to eat a meal a day when you are already having problems with your blood sugar, already having problems with your electrolytes, already having problems with your thyroid and hypoglycemia and all this? Fasting is fasting. Oh yeah, dry fasting, awful, worse, even more horrible. Don't do it. Real talk on fasting. I did it for years. There's another person all around strong. Real fasting, I did it for years and had medical issues. Fortunately, all is well now, but lesson learned. This, like, all the people who commented on their fasting in this chat, it's so freaking fascinating, that I wish people would just go back on the replay. Thank you, Melanie. Yeah, contact me, definitely. I hope that people watch the replay and then really understand that real people are telling you what's happening to them. Don't listen to these people making cash on it, selling books on it. Hello there, Keto Queen. Thank you for your time. Stay blessed, everyone. Energy. And that was from Relax YOLO World. Yeah, I'm trying to stay not hot in this hot weather. I talk to a friend from Scotland all the time. He's like, why do people live in South Texas? And I'm like, I don't know. When I went to Bali, I was like, you guys have heat 365 days out of the year. How do you do it? But this is a first world problems. Well, guys, I think that even though more people are coming in chat, don't forget to like up the stream. I don't check to see who's liking the stream. You guys know I say that. I just don't. I don't have any time to freaking almost do all the work that I need to do with all the research. My air conditioning is blowing on me in my car. So weight loss should not be a goal. Health should be a goal. If you're healthy, and this is, and we can put this, etch this in stone. If you are healthy, you will drop body fat. Yeah. The goal should never be weight loss. The goal should always be to be healthy. And people forget that mantra. It's always about weight loss and not about being healthy. If you try to eat right, rotate your foods, get sleep, get your cortisol under control, you will balance your hormones, and that dictates muscle growth or fat loss. Jax is like, yes. You know I love you, Jax. I didn't mean to get on you that hard today. Angie B says, hi Steph, you look great. I did keto because of you, but couldn't sustain it. Maybe because my own doing. What are your thoughts about alternating days fasting. Fasting is bad for you, okay? Please stop trying to lose weight fasting. If you did keto and you felt horrible, you might have needed to check your blood sugar, your insulin prior to doing this type of diet. You might have not graduated, you might have not had your fat high enough, and you probably ate too much protein and weren't getting your stress down. There's many reasons why people fail on keto. You know, I don't just sit and push any diet, not even keto. I always say, look at where you're at, find out what's going on with your existing health. How disciplined are you? Did you do keto products? You know, people are still getting in too much sugar. There are so many reasons why people fail on any keto or carnivore protocol. I'm type 2 diabetic, and when I fasted, I drank coffee. My sugar went from good to very high. There you go. And could never bring blood sugar down until I stopped fasting and drinking coffee. And people will fast because they're tired, right? Their blood sugar drops, and so they drink coffee, and then they're like, oh my God, I'm burning. And all of these freaking fasting obsessed numbnuts are like pushing coffee and fasting combo. Like you can't make this stuff up. The world is literally flipped. Everybody keeps saying stupid stuff. I can't get over it. You're keeping it real. Thank you. Thank you, Lori C. Well, this is informative session. Thank you, Courtney Tyree Jones. I love you. I love your check-ins. Thanks. Thanks for your time, and we love you. Thank you so much. Hope to the max. Lori C says, I guess kept my blood sugar down with limiting carbs. That's all. You can do low carb, high fat. I mean, if you moderate your carbs and you get your stress down, sleep well, you drop body fat because your body should be getting more healthy as long as those carbs aren't creating a histamine response. No, I followed you to a T. No, you didn't. Following me to a T would be having consultation with me. Your version, saying that you followed me to a T is what? I'm just speaking on a live stream. You have to actually talk to me. You talk to me one-on-one. Talk to me one-on-one. So did you get your sleep down? Did you sleep in 5 REM cycles? Was your estrogen and progesterone, testosterone balanced? Were you breathing properly? Were you exercising properly? Yeah? Were you doing mindfulness? Were you meditating? What were your electrolytes? Your perception of what I say and what I'm saying may not always match up. Can you be overweight and healthy? No. Don't believe those stupid Dove commercials. Don't listen. Today, they're like, body acceptance and all this nonsense about being fat is like good. It's embarrassing. These people are having thyroid problems. They'll never get fixed. They're having estrogen problems. That'll never get fixed. They'll be diabetic. That'll never get fixed because some commercial just tried to keep you sick. Ugh. Can you, coffee is fake energy. Yeah. Hope to the max. I don't take anything, just offer opinions, mostly from experiences. Don't do that. I would just, just like when it comes to people's health and offering, like you actually gave an advice. Like you said, do this. So just be careful, you know what I mean? And you can't just go by your own personal experience because that's how people get hurt and injured. You guys really have to learn a lot more about people collectively. Okay, sorry, use of wrong words. Didn't follow you to a T. I stalled and gave up. Body shaming, it's okay to be larger nowadays. No, it's not okay to be larger nowadays. I don't know if you're just stating a fact. It's not okay to be unhealthy. You know, we live in a crazy ass world, and it ain't okay to be okay. You know, when my mom was 230 pounds at 5'6", that's not okay. I'm not gonna be like, hey mom, that's great. You know, your high blood pressure, your blood pressure went up, but hey, we accept your size. The world we're living in, and it's insane. And we all start from a different unhealthinesses. Yes, that's right, Courtney. Fasting while you sleep is the way to fast. You got it. Yeah. Okay. You were just stating. Yeah. Society says it's okay to be fat. It's not. We live in a dumb world. I can't. I have conversations with people, and they're like, I hear this all the time. I don't like to get political, or I don't want to talk about this because like people can do whatever they want. And I'm just like, Dude, there ain't even gonna be enough food. Y'all need to wake up. Like, what? People just want to talk about, like, oh, so how was your day? And I'm like, how was my day? What you talking about, Willis? How my day was? Who cares? Yo, we all need to wake up. How my day was. I don't give a crap how my day was. No. Break the fast. Exactly, breakfast. People can lie to themselves all day about being fat. I was 380 pounds with a big smile, but I was never happy. Now I'm 46, 220. I'm feeling better than I did at 30. Love that. Feeling better. Truth is just hitting the truth bombs. Love that. Feeling better at 46. Same as me. Oh, my phone's gonna die. And it's hot. Absolutely, these commercials are bad for overweight people. Oh my, they're so bad. Speak of girl, Lori's like, oh my God, I did coffee enemas in the 90s, right? She's like in the 90s. Yeah, we're living in a crazy ass world. Like, people get upset when I start talking about, I call it charade Rona Bona. Cool, I get around 8 hours of fasting sleep. There you go. You can even do 12. Now, the world is all so jacked up today. I don't sit and talk about like politics all the time. I cannot stand it when somebody goes, I don't talk about that at all. And I'm like, it's not something I want to talk about all damn day long. But yo, we got to talk about what's happening in this world sometimes. I'm just saying, like, I didn't leave California. I'll meet people here. They're like, oh, why are you living in this town? I'm like, trust me, I don't like this town. I left so I could have some freaking freedom. I left California because I ain't living that freaking crazy ass freaky scared life. I'm not living that. And so when I try to really tell people why I left, they don't even listen. I was riding my horse in the horse area, going to the trails, and this woman hits my horse. It is a miracle that horse ain't dead. I turned his head. She hit him on the butt, spun him around, hit him again, trying to leave. And I am surprised my horse didn't break a leg and is not dead. That horse is like a cat. It's got 9 lives. So, and I jumped off that horse. Somebody grabbed my horse. I jumped off like a Spidey woman to stop her from driving away. And she's screaming at me and I'm screaming at her. And I'm calling the popo like, you just hit my horse and you're trying to drive off. Like, I was like, huh. And I was calling the police and they were like, the popo, I got to be careful for the freaking, stream. I called the popo and I was like, yo, this woman just hit me. And they're like, this is in California, are you injured? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, oh, well, we'll send an ambulance. And I'm like, no, you come. They're like, what? I mean, and then they're like, I said, look, she was swerving all over the road and hit me. What if that was a child? If it was a child on a pony, they would have been dead, period. Okay. So they're like, okay, we'll send somebody out. They send somebody out. Okay. This is what really got me to leave California. They send somebody out. They send like 4 cars out, right? She had no driver's license. She had no insurance. They let her go, did not write a report because they said they didn't have the money for it because it got taken away. Okay. Talking about people with this color. I ain't putting up with that nonsense. Okay. I left California, came to Texas, and I was like, I cannot deal with what's going on with that state. It's like getting demolished. So I've gone through this firsthand, right? Where they're like, oh, we don't even have enough money to write a report. And I was like, I'm gone. And I came to Texas. And this crap don't happen in this town, okay? They don't have it in this town. Get out of here. Oh, I know. I was so pissed. In fact, the neighborhood was so angry. The locals were so mad that they called city and called. And now they're putting up a light there. And I'm like, they need to call a thunder stop because that's my horse's name is Thunder. But yeah, that's why I left that nonsense. Okay, Melanie says she lost 60% of her muscle mass during the intubation period In the ICU, I'm so weak and so looking forward to rebuilding muscle. There you go. I ain't gonna say what color she was. And we ain't doing the color thing. Wait. Okay, wait for different people vary too. What matters is the amount of fat you're carrying at 160. I was too thin at 300. I'm too fat at 181, 120. I would be just right. Okay, I gotta get this right. Wait for different people vary too. Yes. What matters is the amount of fat you're carrying. You mean too lean body mass is what you're saying. She was on a splinter. I'm going to call it a splinter. Yep. LA County did the taking away of the cha-ching. Yes. For the po-po. And I left. I was like, I had enough of this. What lab should we have before a consultation? Greta Hudson says, you don't have to have any lab tests. You really don't. I would say more you should do lab tests for a second, like a follow-up. But if you really insist, it would be A1C, insulin, and if you can get a full reproductive hormonal panel, that's all you need to start off with. I still need to do my video for Let's Get Checked. I just don't have time. Oh, Lord have mercy. Are you gonna do any workout videos soon? Yes, I've got one in my phone. I'm gonna try to edit it tonight. I'm also working on new meal plans. I'm like, oh my God, I'm also working on my website. I'm also working on all the move to get out of here. It's tough when you're working on so many things and with the worst Wi-Fi. I know it sucks that we have less popo. How are the horse and ponies doing? Amazing. They are very well. They're bored because it's been so hot. We're having an Indian summer here in South Texas, and so, you know, there's no grass. It's just dry as hell. It's just, I hate it here. Oh, Greta's got some brown hands. She must be a sister from another mister. Okay, yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, I should do that workout video. It's in my phone, right? I just run out of time. Even now, I'm like, I'm going to do a 15-minute video on fasting and why people get thin and why people get fat on it. And then it's like 42 minutes later. You can't make this stuff up. I like talking to you guys. The donkey. Hey, Brooke. Brooke knows. Brooke, talk about California. She's from California. Talk about California, Brooke. Tell them how it is. Have you finally moved to Tennessee? No, I'm still in Texas. I gotta wait for the damn. Oh, it's so frustrating. I have to wait for the land to get surveyed. So it has to get surveyed. It was supposed to get surveyed on Monday. But it doesn't. Basically, everybody's trying to buy a property now. So yeah, all the surveyors were in line to get surveyed. My agent was like, we're lucky because it can take like 3 months to get it surveyed. It's been a month. Muscle up time. I did muscle ups and then injured my shoulder. I don't know if Lulu is preggers. I got to get a vet out there. That's another thing I got to do is call a vet tomorrow and get a vet out to check if she's pregnant. Cali sucks. Lived there for 55 years. California is beautiful. I'm a Cali girl. The soul and the spirit of the land. But the people are so blind and so into materialism. Not all of them. That's just the cities. People who live outside the cities are great. But I couldn't do it anymore. I'm like, I'm not doing this crap. They are completely going to take Cali and flush the toilet, and it's just going to go, and people are going to go, help me, as they go down the bowl. And that wasn't going to be me. So you guys know I found this very, very beautiful property in Tennessee, and I've already put my good faith check in. I'm just waiting for the land to be surveyed so we can close on this land and I can get the fuck out of this hot oven. It's going to shut in a handbasket. Exactly. CrossFit is dangerous for a 50-year-old woman. CrossFit depends on who the person is. I don't suggest CrossFit. Much love from it. So, what is it? Liebe von, that's Swedish. Deutschland! Deutschland, Deutschland. Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles. Das ist richtig. Das ist nicht richtig. Is calisthenics better for you overall compared to heavy weights? I think so. I think so. Because your body's more functional. Heavy lifting is like you can go lateral and up and down, side to side, but you know, it's not the best for your body. DV8 Machiavelli says, haha. All right, guys, it is time for me to go, even though I got 85 people going on in the chat. I used to have like a couple hundred, but I've been shadowed on YouTube for probably using too many words about Sheree Ronabona. But you know. You know. All right, guys, time for me to go. For those who came in later, I was talking a lot about why you get thin fasting, some people, and why some people get fat on it. So definitely watch the beginning of this. Let me know in the show notes below. I know I've been sitting at like almost 100,000 subscribers for 3 years now. It's crazy. It's the same thing with my Instagram. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. I probably am probably at 100,000 subscribers on Instagram, but they just keep me at like 32,000. It doesn't move. It just stays on that number. Brooke gave it a like. Thank you. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to stop caring. I don't like some people that are gurus will sit and do stuff and then try to watch to see if the number will go up. I don't have time for that. Plus, it'll make you psycho to sit there and try to see, you know, how much you get, how many followers you get or subscribers you get. I got a bikini. You see me on bikini on my Instagram. That's definitely ketogenic. I got lots of bikinis, but yo, this town is so weird. I'm like working out at the gym. Girls go. I don't even know what people would do if I put on a bikini in this town. Girls go into the bathroom toilet stalls to change their clothes. I'm like, what kind of, you know, footloose 18th century world we living in? People are afraid to show their bodies and go. No, I haven't even taken out my bikini in this state at all. Okay, guys, I'm tired of everything. My phone's hot. My car's freaking out. It's all going to shite in a hand basket. All right, thank you everyone for joining today's chat. Comments below in the show notes if you want me to talk about something specific. Hey Steph, any advice on supplements for a broken bone? Oyster liver. Oyster extract. Yeah. And you don't even need those supplement for. Welcome to the South. It's the same. No, it's not. It is not the same in Tennessee. It is 100 degrees. It's over 100. It is not over 100 in Tennessee. It's in the 80s. You are wrong. 60s at night. You are wrong. You are wrong. I love you, Courtney. But no, it has been over 100 degrees for the last 2 weeks. I checked all last year. It was always hotter in South Texas. You can eat kidney daily, definitely. Christopher's like, damn it, I'm late. Where you been, Christopher Wolf? So I love you, Courtney, but I cannot stand when people try to tell me that Tennessee has the same heat as South Texas. You haven't been living in no South Texas. It has been over 100 for weeks. No, you're tripping. When it was hot here, it was still cold. I remember one day it was like 100 degrees in Texas, and it was like 59 in Tennessee. No, the summer season for Tennessee starts later. And last year when I looked at the weather, when I was thinking about moving to Tennessee, I always saw it was about 10 degrees cooler. Always. If it was 100 here, it was 90 something there. Always. If it was 90 something here, it was 80 something there. Always. No, it is not the same. And no heat in Tennessee will ever break me and shatter me as much as here. No. I've come and visited my mother 100 times. It's never been this hot. Next time, talk about what to do with GERD. Okay, that's a good segue. Oh, I forgot to turn my phone on silent. Maybe she means bikini dressing room, modesty in the gym in the South. Oh, sorry. Thank you, Brooke. Brooke is always saving my ass. Thank you, Brooke. Wasn't talking about the heat. I'm so sorry, Courtney. I'm sorry. I don't think it's modesty. I think it's just that the culture here, people are afraid to show their body. It's really sad. The first year I went to Europe, the very first year, and I went to Denmark and I went to Christiania. Okay, let me get into the Faringora, right? Wait, jeg er from Denmark, from Copenhagen. In Denmark, in Christiania, right? Such a cool, dope-ass place. In the 80s. I went, and there was like people taking showers, community shower, and there were windows, and you could see right in and see everybody naked. And I was like, oh. They weren't the ones that were fracked up. I was. Some people prefer to be modest. It's not about preference, you Jack. It's the society that you grow in. It's embarrassment. It's shamefulness. That's not modesty. I wasn't talking about the heat. Oh yeah. It's not, no problem. Thank you. See you later. Sorry about that, Courtney. All right, guys. You know, I get all feisty and silly and stupid. You Jax knows that because I just sat and like blasted him the whole stream. Have a fantastic day. I'm out. I got to get back to the fur babies. And comment below what you guys want me to talk about. If you guys want a consultation, go to stephanieperson.com. My Instagram is Stephanie Ketogenic. My Facebook is Stephanie the Business Person. Goodbye, Stephanie. Well, we all love you. Thank you. Deviate, Machiavelli. When I go low fat, my libido tanks. Exactly. Why these high protein influencers never mention that? Because they can't make money telling you the truth. That's what they think. Well, if I were to lie, I'd probably be a millionaire because I've been on the YouTube probably more than 99% of them. But I can't do it. It's not my style. All right, guys and girls, have a great day. And I'm out. Bye.